JD Talking Sports. We are live. I'm trying to get everything in order. All right. Let's get that mic. Beautiful. All right. I sent everybody a video of a seagull eating a squirrel, which Gumbo Chef just went, holy shit. And I was like, dude, that is a big holy shit. Now, I got a picture of Brock Purdy who looks like he's a teenager. And today, a lot of shit is being thrown at Dan Campbell. Hello, Josh. How you doing today? And I'll tell you, I don't mind him going. They're up 24-10. A field goal would have sufficed. He had a nice play called up Ben Johnson, and Josh Reynolds dropped the goddamn ball. He dropped another ball. There was a touchdown pass that, it was a tough catch. But Jameson Williams, that's his name, Jameson Williams? He should have had the catch. Jameson Williams should have. Now, he did start off the game with that 42-yard run. They were up 14-0. Then it was 24-7 at the half. Teams were 21-0 when they were up 17 at the half of a conference championship game. But someone put up that the last time that score between the Niners and the Lions, the Niners were up 57 championship game at Kezar Stadium 24-7, and they ended up losing to the Lions 31-27. I mean, it's 27-10. You get that field goal, and I know he's a gambler, a Riverboat Ron, and he's getting, vilified because they were the road team and you have to keep the pedal to the metal. But everything that went right in the first half went wrong in the second half. And Reynolds had two really bad drops. Now, Jameson Williams had a catch where it ricocheted off the Niners guy, and he was able to make a catch of a play that I didn't even think he was going to have a shot at. But then later in the game, he dropped one, and then Ayuk had one where he went right off the face mask of the Lion guy, and Lanka was like, that was a huge play right there. Yeah, the pressure. You think the pressure of the game, is that what you're saying there, Josh? Yeah, the pressure of the game, but I thought that was a good call, the scheme, whatever you want to call it, because Rob loves saying scheme and everything. Some buckle, some thrive. I don't think that, but I don't think Campbell buckled. I thought he had a good play. Reynolds should have caught the goddamn ball. Now, the fourth down play later where, I don't know, who the hell, I guess he was looking for Amon-Ra St. Brown, who at one target, like they were going to him all first half, and then second half they seemed to disappear, go away from him. Sam Laporta had a hell of a game. He set a record for most catches. Yeah, playoffs are a new season. I agree with that. Yes, playoffs are a new season. Josh, I totally agree on that front. But, I'm looking at the stats, and, I mean, such a good first half. Yeah, it is a new season. Hey, listen, it's the same as hockey and everything. But they played such a good first half. They played, like, error-free first-half football. And what's his name? The former Eagle was waving to the fans. Yeah, that's always good to do. Yeah, C.J. Gardner-Johnson, always good to do in the first half of 21-7, waving at the flags. And come on, dude, really? They had a great first half, and then you just felt 24-10, they're driving down. They need points. Even at the end of the first half, I thought he was going to go for it, but I was like, I'm glad he took the points. It's better to be 24-7 than 21-7. Keep the momentum going. And 27-10, they still have to come back. And then they're down 34-24. They get a garbage touchdown on a catch by – that was it. That was the thing, too. He drops the ball. He makes a hell of a catch in the end zone, Jameson Williams. I mean, Laporta had 9 catches for 97. Amon-Ra St. Brown seemed like every time he caught the ball, he was making a first down. And everything that went right in the first half, they just kind of let the Niners back in, and you saw that Brock Purdy, I know they keep calling Brock Purdy a game manager. It's always a game manager. Well, I'll tell you, he had, what do you have? 5 rushes, 48 yards. He had a lot of when they needed a run, man, he got some big plays, and CMC had a much better second half than first half. And, I mean, the Lions, they have 280 in the first half, and we're all ripping a Shanahan another choke job, and then someone put up on Company and Chase, you can get the Lions choker. Did they choke? I mean, did anybody think they'd be even in this playing for playing for a shot at the Super Bowl up 24-7 and a half, and then meltdown? Was it a choke? he did the things that he did all season. Campbell really did that. That's what he did. Bumbles has joined us too. And I felt that he was doing the things that he's been doing since day one, is that, going for it on fourth down, taking chances. He took chances against Dallas. Yeah. Yeah, no, playing the way they did got them there. Exactly. Yes. Why would you change? And all of a sudden they're ripping Campbell. What the hell? And he's on the road. Of course, and yeah, Reynolds should have had that goddamn fucking catch. He should have had that goddamn catch. Jameson Williams in the end zone. I know we're in a tough catch, but if the ball, we always talk about, if the ball is in your hands, you got to make the goddamn catch. The ball was in his hand. Williams, you're fast, And I thought Goff played a good game. It was, and then that was the thing. So it's 24-10. They give a touchdown, make it 24-17, and a bad handoff to Gibbs. Fumble right back. Everything that could go wrong the second half went wrong the second half. They got an interception. So his turnovers was 1-1. Gotta love Dan Gamble. I think there should be a lesson that there are times. No, I hear what you're saying, Rob, but I also feel like that's what they did all season. That's what he did all season. So why is he going to go away from the script that works? Now, if, a field goal 27-10, that's a big lead. That's a 3-score game. 24-10, it's manageable. But 27-10, one of the guys I follow, who's Robbie Sabo, who's a Jets guy, does a podcast. He said that, you had the fans were out of the game. That play, everybody's back in. They're like, oh my God, we're losing this game. Fans were out of it at the half. Those 3 points were big. Yeah, it was big. It was big. The problem is sometimes you want to play the way you got there, but that's not always going to work in the new season. Exactly. But I feel that they had the right play. Reynolds was open. Reynolds got to make that catch. He's got to make that catch. I still think back where, the Bengals, Rams, there was a slot. The kid and I always blank on his name, at Pitt. I've talked about it numerous times. Tyler Boyd. Right? Tyler Boyd? There was like 6 minutes left. A little cross, little curl in, ball's in his goddamn hands. You gotta make the catch. Didn't. Ball got back. They lost Super Bowl. That play to me was a huge play. And that's what you're paid to do, is catch the goddamn ball. And he didn't. Yeah. Yeah, it's a different season, but I don't think he had to change what he had to do. Now, I think the second one was ridiculous. And their kicker wasn't even on the team's practice squad up until they got to the playoffs. So they were concerned about the kicker, but he's a kicker. And it's not like this was a rookie kicker, whereas, the Niners have a Rook Moody who has missed, at one point he's missed 3 of his last 4, missed a 48-yarder wide right. Whereas I think the Lions kicker, it wasn't like he just came into this game. Yeah, Michael Badgley has been kicking for a long goddamn time. This isn't a guy who's been kicking for like 4 hours. He's been kicking a long goddamn time. I'm like, really? They didn't feel he was good enough to. He wasn't good enough. Come on. Yeah, has to make a play to stop the bleeding. That's what makes champions. Yeah. Oh, you're talking about David Tyree? Somebody? Yeah, somebody. And they did not stop the bleeding. Yeah. Yes. Oh, the second time. Okay, Rob, I agree. The second time, I didn't mind them going for it, but what were they doing? It was like he was running around trying to make a play out of nothing. Even Michigan said to me, she goes, what the hell is he doing right there? It was like they had no idea what they were doing that play. And that's where, you have, Ben Johnson, you're the guy who's everybody's wish list now between the Commanders and the Seahawks. That's something I'd look at and be like, dude, what was going on here? What were you doing at that end? What was the play call? Because that play looked like shit. I totally agree. The second one was ridiculous because get a field goal. Field goal here. Jesus Christ, man. And then at the end, imagine that touchdown would have went in. I would have loved it. But Brock Purdy did not play a bad game. He threw an interception, but he had there was a third down play where they had him and was that the Kittle where he got 2 feet in? And on the third down where you thought he was dead to rights. They were beat. I thought that they had him and they couldn't get the sack. They got a first down and yeah, there's a lot of what ifs. Dan Campbell's going to look back and going to have a lot of sleepless nights. He's going to have a lot of nights where he's not going to sleep over this one. He's going to be furious. What happened? What if? Yeah, Joe Will. They could have stopped the bleeding by taking the points. Campbell